Meet Bruce Boxleitner, not Biff or Rip or Duke or anything like that, but Bruce Boxleitner. Any time when maybe you thought that name wasn't what you wanted on the marquee?
Quite a while ago, yeah, but I just couldn't think of anything to change it to.
Maybe Duke, though. You like
Duke Boxleitner?
Yeah.
Sounds like someone's dog. No,
there is a John
Duke Wayne. Yes, I know. Yeah. I know. I'm just kidding. No, I just never thought, I could never think of one. By that time I was working professionally, and it seemed to be going okay.
Right now, with Passion Flower out, the word is that you have been dissatisfied with the straight arrow Boy Scout kind of image. Any truth in that?
Well, not really dissatisfied. I just think that it's necessary every once in a while to get out and do something else to show, you know, the public and television networks that you can do something else. I think you're pretty much thought of as what you do every week, what they see you do every week, and that's it. And by the very nature of the show, Scarecrow and Mrs. King, we are somewhat involved romantically, but not, you know, we're always just about to kiss and we don't. And it's a more platonic relationship. And I think if you're going to be a leading man, as I've been quoted before, you've got to get the girl eventually, you know, kiss her or something, and that seems to be the thing that's
Come to think of it, your name there is Lee Stetson. That's another matinee name.
That's right, there you go. Great hat.
We do forget, I guess, that when you first appeared in the movies that you were playing a succession of sort of weirdo roles.
Yeah, television shows.
With that behind you, what do you think looking back? Was that a good time for you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What were some of these
Well,
roles?
I got to be well, it was basically an episodic television, couple of movies of the week in which I was either a rapist or some sort of mass murderer. Always the guy they never suspected, you know, the clean face and everything that they never thought.
I was going to say,
the one.
When you're real honest with yourself and you look back at those roles, were you convincing as a rapist or a murderer?
Well, one of them I was. I tried to rape Stella Stevens one time. It was a terrible job to have to do.
But apparently somebody had to do it.
I just started a murder spree because I had killed my dog in reform school or something like that. It was something like that. But no, not really convincing. But you know, you have to break in somehow, and that was basically it. And episodic television, the only other good role was the good guy in it. You know, Beretta or Angie Dickinson as policewoman and all those things. So.
Meantime, in Passion Flower, to take on a role with this maybe darker dimension means you got to take off your shirt a lot, Bruce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did they really bring in a rowing machine?
Well, I had my rowing machine, and I said, all right, you want me to do this stuff? No idea where we were going to be staying there. So I said, I'm shipping that along with me. And Singapore Airlines, I can say this now, just threw it on. Didn't charge me anything for it. It was great.
You were one of the few that remained healthy on that set, too.
Yeah. Yeah, we got...
Clean living
I took
again?
shots, so before if I'm going to travel anywhere, I get shot full of stuff. But no, we had a bad flu strain over there that pretty much affected everybody except myself and the director, Joe Sargent, who has more energy than any 3 25-year-olds. And, you know, that was about it. Everybody else was bedridden.
Without spilling too many beans, your character in Passion Flower, what kind of predicament does he gradually find himself in?
He falls in love with a woman, and a married woman, a very wealthy married woman, and he's a bit of an opportunist himself. He's kind of the all-American boy, but he just falls shy of it, you know what I'm saying? He's not Mr. Success. He's struggling to play that image and maintain that image, but he can't make it. He's a bit of a loser. And he sees this and gets in over his head, right.
Yeah.
And finds himself easily manipulated through for certain reasons, and that every man can identify with. And so does some things he wouldn't normally be doing, finds himself in.
Bruce, in conclusion, like all actors, you have to depend upon advice from trusted people. Is it an agent or is it somebody else in your case who you rely upon?
I rely upon 2 people. Jay Bernstein, who was my manager, and my wife, who's my other manager.
Very interesting.
So every man can identify with that.
When did you first learn you could trust her advice?
God, I don't know. After she said, believe me, this is the last child we're going to have, no. I just had one 8 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I don't know, that's about it. She's just my best friend, and she told me that if I turned this down, she'd give me all sorts of heck. But, and I threw this, I remember reading Passion Flower, the first script, and I said, God, I threw it in the garbage. She went into the garbage can and picked it up, straightened it out, and said, read it again, pal.
And in just one sentence, are you glad she did that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Bruce Boxleitner, Passion Flower, Scarecrow, Mrs. King, Lee Stetson.
Really, and Wendell, come over here. Wendell, good going. We're all there with you, pal. By the way, do you have a light?
From Los Angeles, for KCTV5, with the Duke, Bruce Boxleitner.
He made me do it, Wendell. He made me do it.